Greetings and welcome to this edition of
Positronic Hypersonic.
I'm Barry P. Cook, and I wanted to talk to you about the latest episode of Gen V. It was called Welcome to the Monster Club. As it started, Andre woke up in bed with Kate, but they don't seem to know where they are when they notice something leaking down on them from the room above. When they go to investigate, they walk in on Marie and Jordan naked in bed elsewhere in the house, which apparently is Dusty's house, whoever Dusty is. Neither of them remember what happened the previous night either, but it would seem that they did, in fact, humpa jumpa. It would seem that what was leaking down on Andre and Kate from the room above was some fluid expelled from a hole in the back of a woman who apparently expels this fluid from said hole when she reaches sexual climax. Meanwhile, Emma wakes up covered in nothing but a tarp laying in the pool, still giant-sized. She asks Marie to choke her out and shrink her, but Marie declines, so she needs to find a place to throw up. Jordan realizes that they're all missing several days that none of them can remember, so Emma and Marie go to find footage online of the party that they were all apparently at this Dusty's house. As they're watching it, Sam shows up to thank Emma for stopping him from doing something awful, but it seems that she doesn't remember him at all. Neither does Marie, and he realizes that someone must have made them all forget the last few days. And it turns out that the someone might have been Rufus, whose manhood Marie remembers blowing off, though she doesn't remember why she was talking to him before that. She says she understands why he would go after her, but can't figure out why he went after the rest of them, and Andre apparently goes after Rufus at this point. Jordan tells Marie they don't have to sweat what happened between them because they had been mentally messed with by Rufus, and Marie agrees not to think anything of it, though it seems that she does. Just then they come upon Rufus and chase him, but end up being put off the trail by a paid decoy. When Rufus gets back to his room, he finds Andre waiting for him, but he makes short work of Andre with his mental trickery. Emma finds herself more highly ranked than ever after her shenanigans at the party, before talking with Marie and getting her to realize that she does in fact like Jordan. Emma then finds the shirt she took from the drive-in that she was hanging out at with Sam among her things and realizes that what Sam was talking about earlier must have had some truth to it. Sam, meanwhile, has another episode where he hears voices and in fact sees a puppet version of Emma talking to him. Then he sees himself as a puppet while puppet commandos rain down on him from above, apparently trying to grab him. As they come at him, he proceeds to rip them apart, and when he does, red confetti and cloth comes out of them instead of blood because they're puppets. But it turns out that they weren't really puppets and it was actually real, and he slaughtered them all. Emma and Marie decide they have to go find Sam to see what all he knows, even though when he first tried to talk to them, they found it a little scary because he seemed to know them when they didn't know him. Marie discovers that she has some kind of blood clot near her clavicle, and she uses her abilities to open herself up, at which point she discovers a tracker under her skin. She goes to tell Kate about it and soon realizes that it's Kate making them forget stuff. Marie then runs into Jordan, and Jordan sees the wound on her clavicle and asks her what happened, but Marie doesn't know. And she also doesn't remember that they chased Rufus together. Marie then realizes that Jordan has a tracker in them. Kate goes to see Indira to tell her that she can't do what she's been doing to her friends anymore, and Indira gaslights the shit out of her to keep her compliant. Emma goes to the burger joint that Sam referenced when he spoke to her before, and she finds her miniature sneaker there before encountering a very blood-drenched Sam. Sam reveals that he knows that it was Kate doing the memory wipes because apparently she made Luke forget him too. Marie and Jordan go to visit Rufus, who claims that he couldn't have wiped their memories the last time because he's been in his room for the last 5 hours. Emma then calls Marie to tell her what Sam told her. Then Andre shows up and goes on the attack against Rufus as Marie and Jordan try to stop him, but Kate arrives and owns up to what Andre had just been told about her being the one wiping everyone's memories, which she said she only did because she wanted to help them and make things better, as she gives Andre his memory back, at which point he calls her a monster, which explains the title of the episode. And that's where the episode ended. So I continue to like the show a whole lot. Again, I think it's even better than The Boys, which is a good show. I just really like these characters. I really like the story. I can't say enough good things about it. It's just a really great show. I think the characters are excellent. I think the performances are excellent. I like all their various powers, except maybe Marie's. I don't like Marie's power very much, but it is what it is. I just think it's great how it's about a group of kids who care about each other, even though some of them are new to the group, and how they're all pulling in the same direction to try to help people. I just think that's a great concept for a show. I mean, it's not the first show that's done this, but it's a concept that works and that I like, and I just love it. It's all the crazy sex and weird superpower stuff and weird special effects of The Boys without all the, I don't know, baggage that comes with that show. The show has a lot of heavy baggage, which works for that particular show and makes it a good show. But this show doesn't have that, and I just think it's fantastic. I don't know what else to say. I don't see where this show has hit a sour note yet or has had a bad plot point yet. I think it's great. I think Marie is likable. I think Jordan is likable, though I didn't think so at first. I think Andre is likable. Emma is crazy likable. Sam is likable, if a little concerning. Kate, I don't know, man. Kate's a problem. We'll have to see what happens with her. But everything else on this show just works, and I enjoy it quite a bit. And that's really all there is to say. This is like the shortest review after a recap ever, but it's just good. And that's all there is to it. So I'm going to get out of here. I'll be back to review the next episode once it's released. Until I return, I wish you peace and long life.